At Gloria Coal Mine in Middleburg in Mpumalanga. This after workers rejected government's decision to rescue over 20 people who were trapped underground over a week ago. Mine workers say those trapped underground should only be rescued when their outstanding salaries have been paid. For more on the story, we cross to our reporter Mweli Masilela. A very good morning to you, Mweli. What's the latest there?
Good morning to you and the viewers. Yes, we are coming to you from the Gloria Coal Mine here in Middleburg. The latest is that, well, the rescue, or should I say the recovery mission, because there's still some questions on whether those about 20 people trapped underground are still alive or they are now dead. But according to the people, the mine management, they are saying they will treat it as a rescue mission at this moment. What I can tell you is that as we were here monitoring things, we saw some convoy of vehicles going into the mine, some as well return rescue team, because earlier we did get an update that indeed the rescue team has made way into the mine premises and they are now busy with the rescue mission. We were told also that actually this rescue mission started yesterday because that is when they installed the transformers that allowed for the pumping of oxygen into the mine, because we'll understand that the mine management has been saying that there is a lot of dangerous gas inside the mine, so it will be also dangerous for the rescue team to make way to the underground before they make sure that they blow out that dangerous gas. But I'm now going to speak to one of the people speaking on behalf of the workers here, because they were not happy about the issue of rescue operations resuming without the workers getting their salaries. We can see that, well, the rescue mission is well underway, and the police are here making sure that you are not having access to the mine as usual, because in the past few days you've been making access. If you can tell us, how do you feel about that?
We're very disappointed and hurt, and maybe a bit of confusion as well, because we thought that maybe this was our chance and opportunity at getting a way forward in terms of getting our salaries. So now we feel that maybe it seems that thieves are more important than the employees who've been struggling for over 3 months, not getting any payments. And it was made clear in the SONA debate yesterday that rescuing of these people is more urgent than our people getting their salaries and feeding their families and taking their children to school. So this is very hurtful coming from the mineral resources, of which are the ones who actually got this court interdict to not allow us to get inside the mine.
Well, you are here quite very early, according to the information I have. If you can tell us what happened, because when we arrived here, we found that you are no longer here at the mine premises.
It started last evening. We came here around past 7. And when we got here, already we were being turned back. But we could get through the security gate at that point in time. And they told us nobody else other than the people who are allocated to come in are allowed to come in. And while we were here, that's when a transformer came in. So we came back again this morning, and in the morning, that's when the prototype team also came in. Some of the rescue teams also came in. But we just parked on the side of the road. They didn't allow us, they don't even want us to get anywhere close to the gate anymore.
I know that I was here yesterday. Your union leadership and National Union of Mine Workers leadership tried to convince you to say that you must allow this rescue or recovery operation to continue, and you were against that. What are they saying now? What is the way forward?
They still said that they were going to try and get us to get unemployment UIFs and retirement annuity, whichever one that they will be able to get. But now our problem, or our biggest problem, is the fact that nothing is written down on paper, of which is very difficult to believe anything if you don't have a hard core or a hard copy of the agreement signed by all parties that are involved. So that is why we are still disheartened by this whole thing, because if we had something that tangible that says that we are going to get some sort of solution, financial solution, because that's what we are looking for right now.
So what's the next step? Because I will say that you've been defeated. You didn't want the rescue mission to continue, but it is taking place now. What is the next step from the side of the workers?
Honestly, we don't know. But the only thing that we can do for ourselves right now is to make our votes count, because we need to be led by people who will care about us. 700 people are unemployed right now, but they're busy saying the mission and the motto is to get people employed, while other people now, 700 times 5, because that's probably the minimum number of people that each and every miner is supporting financially. So that's 700 times 5. You can do the maths yourself and you will see exactly what is going to happen to this economy in this mining area.
But another concern was that seemingly as workers, as much as people do understand your plight, they were saying that no, you're quite not sensitive, because the fact that there's people underground, their lives should matter. What do you have to say about that?
Quite frankly, I don't feel any pity for a thief. They came here, they took advantage of the fact that the mine has been put to stop. There is no electricity. So they came to steal. How do we feel sorry for a thief? How does a thief's life matter more than the life of a person who deserves to be getting inside the mine, who deserves to be getting the money that they worked for? Because the money that they are fighting for is the money that they worked for, not these people who are stealing. I don't feel anything for a thief. They were stealing. So whatever happens to them is whatever. The only people I care about are the miners.
Well, as you have heard, that is Amanda Mtotana representing some of the affected workers here. Well, they are not very happy about the fact that the rescue mission is well underway here. They've been saying this since the incident happened, saying that the people who are trapped underground shouldn't be prioritized. Instead, as workers, they should be prioritized, because they haven't been getting their salaries since November last year. And they're saying this is affecting them, because now some of these workers, their cars have been repossessed. Some of these workers, their houses have been repossessed, and going further to say that the salaries they are getting here, they are not only catering for themselves, they are also catering for some family members, maybe about 5 family members per worker. So we'll continue monitoring the situation as the rescue operation continues. We'll try also to get mine management, because since yesterday they've been reluctant in terms of talking to us. Probably because they've been focusing on the plans on how exactly are they going to execute this rescue or recovery mission.
Mweli, while I have you here, Ms. Mtotana's presence at the mine premises, is it not affected by the interdict? Are they not supposed to be operating away from the mine premises according to the interdict?
Well, we're just outside the mine premises. We're actually at the gates. As she was saying, they arrived here very early today. They were told by the police to actually move away from here. So there's the gates, the entrance to the mine is just behind me there, whereby the police vehicles are parked. If I can just move a bit out of shot, yeah. My colleague here, Lungile Ngongane, will show you. That's the gate, that other side. So they are allowed to be at least a few meters away from the entrance. So they're saying they'll continue camping here. They also want to observe as to what exactly is going to happen. We are told as well that the police are not only here at the entrance, there's also police inside where the rescue mission is currently underway.
So essentially she's within the correct parameters. This story has really turned bizarre, Mweli. You know, all lives matter, even though, as Ms. Mtotana says, that they are thieves and they don't really care about them. But what do we know about the trapped so-called illegal miners? How did they gain access into the mine?
Well, what we are told is that this is... there is a syndicate actually operating in this area. As you are talking about 20 people trapped underground, they will say what the information we got is that they enter the mine in groups. So each and every week, perhaps there will be a team of about 20 of them getting underground to steal those copper cables. So they're saying it's a well-known fact in this area that they've been doing this for quite a number of times. And what we can also also say about these people that are trapped underground, according to the information we got from the community members, from the police, and as well as from mine management, most of those that are trapped underground are Lesotho nationals, according to the people I've just mentioned. So that is why there was also some concern from the National Union of Mine Workers leadership yesterday when they brought feedback about meetings they held with the Department of Minerals and the mine management about this issue, that the fact that this could become now a diplomatic issue because now there's already talk to say that Lesotho is concerned about this situation, saying that South Africans really don't care about their people. How can they allow these workers to halt the rescue mission whilst there are still people who are trapped underground? They went as far as, Lesotho went as far as sending some representatives of government to come and observe as to what exactly is happening here. And they had engagements with government, South African government representatives. So that's the issue. But the workers, when they got that information yesterday, when they were given the feedback to say, please just allow the rescue operation to continue, they said no, they can't allow it until they get those salaries. But then now the rescue mission is underway, so we don't know what's going to happen, but the police are here monitoring the situation.
Mweli, on to another story, and I apologize for putting you on the spot. I'm just taking advantage of having you on air. We have the COSATU national strike today. Do you have any details about what is happening in your neck of the woods in terms of this story?
You don't need to apologize. We are doing our work here. Yes, on the COSATU story, I can tell you as well that the leadership, national leadership of COSATU, actually, they also paid a visit to Gloria Coal Mine to sort of have some understanding of what is happening here. I can tell you that the Deputy General Secretary of COSATU, Soli Peto, was here also to try and talk to the workers, to also convince them to say that they must allow the rescue operations to continue. But he said there's nothing they can do as COSATU because they are only taking the mandate of the workers. And we also asked him about what to expect today in terms of the COSATU march. He said that, well, this is they have to send a strong message as COSATU, because as the situation here, it is very clear that there are about 700 employees that are currently employed here. They are also on the brink of losing their jobs. So it's the very same thing that they are fighting against. They're saying that government must allow for a conducive environment for employment and for jobs to be saved in the mines and steel sector, especially this side of Mpumalanga, Emalahleni. There's a lot of activity happening in terms of mining. So they are saying that they will send a strong message today using that much to say jobs must be saved and retrenchments mustn't be allowed in these companies operating in Mpumalanga and the country as a whole.
Mweli, thank you so much for that update. We hope to hook up with you again later in terms of other updates. Thank you.